Have you ever noticed someone who, when they walked in the room, immediately commanded everyone's attention? Like you were just drawn to them, but you actually didn't really know why. You just felt that pull towards them. Well, it's because they had a magnetic aura.
In today's video, we're going to be teaching you how to raise your vibration and also have a magnetic aura, because these people aren't special. Anyone can have this. So if you're new here, my name is Jessie.
And my name is Bee.
And we help heal women from the inside out through breath, energy work, and conscious coaching. So if that sounds like the right fit for you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now.
Awesome. So in today's video, like she said, we're going to be talking about having that magnetic aura, that just thing, that vibe that draws people in.
Right.
But let's back it up.
What even is an aura?
What even is an aura?
It's
Does
a vibe.
anyone know?
It's a vibe.
No, truly, it is a vibe.
To put in like simple terms, you go like super scientific with it. But yeah, but it's your energy field that's around you. It's a vibe that either will attract people in or totally repel them.
Absolutely. And this is something that can actually be measured with scientific tools that we're not going to get into, but it is an energy, a measurable energy that is emanating off of you in the space around you. And so what's comprised of your aura? Like, how do I have one aura and Jessie has another? Well, it's comprised of your whole inner world. Like, it goes back to that, as within, so without. It's true with your aura. So everything that's going on within you, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your overall vibe, your mood, that's what makes up your aura. So if you're feeling super joyous and happy and full of life and vibrant, you're gonna give off probably a really magnetic aura. If you're feeling super low vibe and you're consuming like a lot of food that's not really great for you, that doesn't make you feel good, you're feeling super like not motivated, depressed, like that's gonna give off another vibe. Not good or bad,
not good
just
or bad.
is.
It will just maybe you're going to attract people who are in that same level of energy that you're in.
Absolutely.
And you will repel the ones who are like in a joyous, super high vibe mood.
Absolutely. I mean, when I was vibrating really low, and vibrating low does not necessarily mean bad, right? Like, let's get away from like positive and negative, even though we might use those terms. Really, in the universe, like nothing is inherently good or bad. It just is. So when I was vibrating really low and I was super, super anxious, I was super, super depressed, I was really, caught and attached into my addictions, I was so repelled and put off by like happy people, peppy people, joyous people. They would annoy the crap out of me.
They were so annoying.
Right?
I remember when I was vibing really low, that was when I was like in the military and I hated my job. I didn't want to do it anymore. It didn't make me happy. I was in a really unhappy marriage. I was consuming things that weren't good for me, whether that was TV, music, food, all of it. The whole package was just low vibe, and then I was like constantly attracting low vibrational people into my field. And until I changed that, was I able to repel those people away, because there will be shifts. When you raise your vibration, there are going to be people who are still down here who haven't raised theirs, and they're going to fall away. They're not going to be in your reality that you're creating.
Yeah, you can't take everyone and everything with you as you're raising your vibration and getting a more magnetic vibe. So before we go into what you can do, what steps you can take to really cultivate that magnetism and radiate it out, let's talk about the importance of having a magnetic vibe. Like, why would I even want this? Well, it can really create and magnetize a lot of opportunities to you. I mean, think about it. In today's world, our distraction, our attention can go every which way. Just on our phones, think about scrolling. This is not, super interesting, so I'm going to scroll to the next thing in like 2 seconds. Like it's really a gift, I feel like, to capture and keep people's attention with an abundance of options in today's world. So creating that magnetism is important, because if you have something, you know, a message that you want to give out, you want to start calling in friends that feel really good. Like, you want to be able to hold someone's attention. You want someone to give that to you.
Right, and it sets you apart. It's like a teaching moment. Like, you're gonna attract people who are like, wow, like maybe they're not like annoyed by you when your vibration is like super high, and they just like want to learn, like, how are you doing that? How did you do that? So like for me, it was like, I'm not listening to like low vibe music anymore. I'm cutting that out, because I used to be the type of person that I would listen to like stuff that's just like mind numbing to me now. Like, I can't.
Yeah, same.
I can't listen to it anymore. It was just like like to me now it's just like noise.
Doesn't make you feel good.
And it didn't make me feel good. And we were on our way back from Sedona, and we were listening to like old music that we used to, and then we felt like so crappy afterwards.
Yeah.
It was like not a good feeling. It was like, oh, this is why like I don't listen to that anymore.
Yeah, that was wild.
So it was like ditching that. Also, like going alcohol free, that was a huge part of my story and part of my journey in raising my vibration. And like that also took me out of those environments where there were like hordes of low vibrational people, where I'm in a bar, I'm in a club, I'm in these places, and like there's a lot of depression around. And I remember going to a bar sober for the first time, and I was just like, this is like the most depressing thing I've ever been in. And you don't realize that until you have like a more clarity, right?
Yeah.
And then also cutting out just unhealthy foods. Not saying like to totally cut out everything that brings you joy, but like it could even be as simple as like finding a healthier alternative or a healthier option to consume. Because when we're like consuming, you know, like not good food, like a bunch of junk food, you just don't feel good about yourself. And that also like affects body image. There's a whole thing we could get into.
Right. So a good test for all of this is like, start being honest with yourself. After you listen to a song, watch a TV show, eat a certain food, how are you really feeling? And don't get me wrong, probably in the moment feels really good. You're getting that dopamine hit, you're getting that rush. Awesome. How do you feel like 5 minutes later? How do you feel like an hour later? Be honest with yourself. If it's not really adding to your vibration of like feeling super joyous, vibrant, full of energy, full of life, that's probably safe to say it's lowering your vibration. So start choosing things in your daily life that lift up your vibration if you want to have that magnetic aura. Because once you start feeling good, feeling radiant, feeling alive, that's something like you don't have to say anything. That just starts pulling people in. Ooh,
Right.
I want what she has. What is she doing? There's something about her. I want that. I'm attracted to her.
Right, like your aura speaks before you ever have to say anything. And also, you know, those things, those changes that I took in my life, you know, that's what like magnetized be to me, I think.
Me too,
Like,
because I was making changes at the same time before we even met. We were both on our self-love journeys. We've talked about this before, but we're going to say it until the cows come home because it's super, super beautiful. But we were both in a period of life where we were focusing on ourselves. We were being super selfish in the best way possible. We were loving on ourselves, doing the deep, deep inner work in very different ways.
Right.
And this completely shifted our vibrations. So I feel like we both got into like a field of magnetism where we were able to attract one another. Like if I wasn't doing that deep subconscious rewiring of my worthiness, my deserving, even if I did meet Jessie, I would have never been able to hang on to her because I didn't, at that time of vibrating in that way, I didn't believe I was worthy of the love that she was giving. Like
Right.
that would have not worked out. I would have probably tested her. I would have self-sabotaged. I would have repelled her in some way. But because I was doing that deep inner work and I had reached a new level, I was able to hold that. Although it still felt a bit uncomfortable because it was my first experience of a healthy relationship and a
Right.
truly unconditionally loving, accepting relationship, I was able to hold it even through the discomfort because I believed that I deserved it within myself.
I love love that. Yeah, I know that if I hadn't have been on my own journey of raising my vibration and choosing myself and doing things for me, like, our paths still would have crossed, I believe, but yeah, we wouldn't have been able to hold on to each other. It just wouldn't have been. It would have been like right person, wrong time.
Right. Oh, I'm so glad.
Me too. That's such a relief. It's such a relief to never have to date again.
If you're dating, let us know in the comments. What's it like out there?
Yeah.
We're very curious.
What's the dating pool like? How's that going for everyone?
We support you.
We're here to support you.
This is not a dating service.
No.
Okay, the last thing that we wanted to talk about in terms of magnetism is when you think about a magnet, yes, it attracts the like, right? But it also repels. So the key to having a magnetic aura is to be authentic.
Yes, there's so much power in being authentically yourself, being unafraid of being you, just like showing up just unapologetically as your full whole self.
And if you are afraid to do it, continuing to do it anyways is super, super important.
And brave.
And very, very brave. And the world needs more of that. And that's why we are drawn to a lot of people, certain people. Like, look at maybe the people that you're drawn to. Maybe they're like not doing things that other people do. They're doing it in their own unique way. They're trailblazers, they're pioneers. That's because they're vibrating in authenticity. And maybe they are scared to do it, but they continue to do it anyways, and they're showing up. So allow that to be an example for you. Yeah. Authenticity, baby.
Authenticity. Like, that is, it took me a long time. It took me many, many years to like come into my true, authentic, embodied self. But I am all the better for it. And I think that the world needs more authentic interactions. I think that, we can get sometimes lost on social media feeds where like, it's just the highlight reels of people's lives and it's not actually genuine or real. And like, I just think that we are a generation that we are craving genuine connections and just authentic people, authentic vibes. That is what we need. I think that would heal the world. It would heal a lot of people.
I agree. And, one of our good friends reminded us, and I used to say this all the time, and it's kind of like fallen away, but she reminded us that authenticity is actually a higher frequency than even love. So that's huge. I mean, talk about raising your vibration. Yeah, authenticity is a great way to get there. But also I want to remind you, like, when you're being authentic, it doesn't mean that everyone's going to like you. Like, if everyone likes you, it probably means that you're not being fully authentic. And like, that's okay. I've been there. But when I started to come deeper into my authenticity, I noticed a lot of people falling away. Like, even one of my best friends for like 9 years fell away because she straight up told me, like, yeah, that doesn't vibe with me, Like, she was honest about it, which I guess was a good thing, but when I was showing up fully as B in my like full shining star self at the time, it triggered her. It triggered her. You're going to trigger people. Your authenticity, your light is going to shine light on people's dark parts. And while that can be a beautiful gift, a lot of people aren't open to that. So you have to be okay with saying goodbye to repelling people that are just not going to vibe with you anymore. And that just comes with the territory.
And it's not your job to change or to dim your light to make them feel more comfortable or less triggered by you.
No.
Keep being authentic. You want authentic connections. You want people who they're not afraid of your light. They're just like, they adore your light. They love being in your light. They want to make you shine even brighter than you already are. Those are the people that you want to keep in your life.
Absolutely. So if you've struggled with this, like losing friendships, losing family members that are just really triggered by you and your authenticity, let us know in the comments below. You are so not alone. Like, we've both been there. We could talk about this, oh my God, so
Hours.
much. Yeah.
Hours, honestly. Yeah.
Awesome. So as always, take what you need, leave the rest, and most importantly, go love yourself, BB.